drink. Oh, God. Ow. We're just waiting for some people to show up before we get started. Oh, we got one viewer, I'm not sure who. I'm expecting a few people to join at least. Give it another minute or two before we start. Probably should have brought my chair in here too, but oh well. It's all good. Hi. I probably should have messaged a few people to let them know that I was going live, but I told them I was going to be getting ready to start, so hopefully they'll join in soon. Figured we'll get started with going through all the stuff, which I ended up bringing up here anyways. And then we'll do the introduction to the guinea pigs. Which, since, you know, you already know them. But for any other viewers that don't know them. I wonder if I can share out the live while doing this. Can I? Okay, we got a second. Okay, we got a second viewer. Whoever the second viewer is, let me know. Oh, you gave me a like. Perfect. Thank you. And Mickey's here. Yay. One of my moderators. Awesome. Just gonna wait and see if anyone else shows up. I sent the invite out to like 10 people. Hi. JK Trader. Yeah, there's been quite a bit of people that have been long awaiting this live stream, and I've been putting it off because I was trying to get everything else done first. You know, the fun stuff of guinea pig laundry, my laundry, and all that kind of stuff. So, and then I also did the guinea pig weight checks, and I was going to do that on a live stream, but then this current live stream and the topic has come about, so I decided to just do the weight checks privately on my own. No, Mickey, there is no rabbit. There is no rabbit. Patience, my dear, patience. I'm waiting for hopefully a few more people. Okay, we got Kristen is here, so we will get started. No, I don't have a rabbit, Mickey. You know I'd love to get a rabbit again, but timing for that is not now. I tend to prefer doing one species at a time. I'm not really one to mesh and have multiple species because as you... Patience! You'll get to see them! Relax! But as you know, I like... When I have any pet, I try to do a complete thorough research. And so because I already have guinea pigs, this is what we have. So until they live out their lives, there's going to be no other species unless it's a fish. I might get a beta in the summertime, but I'm doing more research on that first and everything else. There's 11 people with the stream. Okay, I know you're excited to see the pets, but we are actually going to be going through a little bit of a haul first. It's the items that came with them. And if you haven't already guessed, they are new guinea pigs. Yes, guinea pigs. So you need. Okay, you said that like I don't know how many times now about showing you the pets. So if you keep asking, I'm gonna have to time you out for a few minutes because, as I've mentioned several times, we are gonna go through the stuff that came with them before I introduce the guinea pigs to you. I have a moderator on standby. She knows what to do if needed. But we're going to start with going through what they gave with the guinea pigs. Now, it seems like a lot of stuff, but it really isn't. So trust me, you'll get to see the guinea pigs sooner than you think. I forgot to turn that on for extra lighting. There we go. Lighting's better now. Okay, so I'm going to start with the fact that we have a tunnel, which is tied in a knot. This will probably be used during floor time today. I'm not going to fight with it right now. But yeah, it's a tunnel. It's a crinkly one. We've got a gravity water feeder, because these girls apparently prefer a water bowl. And I'm going to try to teach them to use a water bottle, but right now they have a water bottle and a shallow dish of water right under it. So we'll see what happens, but this is what came with them, so we might use that because they might be used to it. You can kidnap someone else's guinea pigs. You're not kidnapping mine. I think I remember you from Guinea Pig Adventure stream. We've got a corner litter tray, which I'm going to be honest, I don't really use litter trays this small for them. However, I can probably still make use of this when I do like floor time. I can probably fill it up with some hay and they can munch on it from there. So I can still make use of it. Don't think it's a waste. It's all good. So we got a bag of hay. Now, I've already gone through this bag, and this is literally all dust. But don't fret, I can still use it. I make my own guinea pig treats, and I use the leftover hay dust that's at the bottom of a bale or bag, and I make the treats with that. So, still going to get used. In fact, I think tomorrow I'm going to work on making guinea pig treats, because I have a whole ton of hay dust in my pantry, in my kitchen cupboard, and now that, so we need to use it up. We're going to make it. We're going to do something with it. So we also have some combo chews. Huh. By the brand KT. Oh, okay, I'm not sure. Okay, the clips can be used. I just gotta kind of wash them a little bit because some are dirty. That's okay. I'm just gonna pile that in there for now. So these are Applewood and Crispy Puzzle Chews. There's a purple and a brown one left. Now I'm not sure what kind they're. I don't think that was meant to be in this package, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna have to do a little more research and check it out more, but this is what it looks like. So this is what they were using as a hay feeder. Now I'm probably gonna honestly chuck that into the recycling tonight because it's a coated box, and Anything with a like waxy coating is actually not good for guinea pigs to chew on or anything. But if it was a plain regular box, this would be a genius idea. Mickey says, if you need anything, I can always send some funds. FYI. We will chat about that later. Because there might be some things that I want to get or need to get. But, yeah. Okay, so we got a bunch of like fleece items. Excuse me. So, some of you have seen I have a couple of pee pads already with this panda pattern. Love them. And then we got another one. Oh my gosh, we got little tiny pillows. How cute is that? We got another pillow. We got some corner fleece forest right on. I might actually make use of that in their cage space because right now their quarantine cage space is only 8 square feet. It's the Amazon Basics cage, so it's the same size as a Midwest. But because I like to maximize their cage space but still give them the shelter feeling, we might actually make use of these, which is kind of good. It came with them because I got rid of a lot of the corner fleece forest that I had. Because in the past I never used it. So, this seems to, what is that? Okay, that's like a pee pad. I'm gonna do what I do best with all stuff that comes into me. I'm gonna be washing it before I use it. Because the fleece items I have get interchanged between all the guinea pigs. It's not just like, okay, this belongs to these pigs and that belongs to that pig, you know? Other than, you know, like Heidi's that I use for the boys, I have strict ones for the boys. We got a fleece blanket. Another fleece blanket. These are just like little, I think they're like almost dollar store type fleece blankets. Excuse me. We got a football pee pad. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna be using that for my boys. They need more boy stuff. Okay, and we've got a large hammock. Nice. And it is, you know, basically reversible, so I can have the panda showing out, or I can have it like this. And what's great about it is in my Herb's cage right now is I actually have a double hammock stand, so this is kind of cool. Okay, not quite sure what that is for. Okay, we've got a little hay bag. This is actually kind of cute. Holes are kind of small. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use this or not. I might experiment and just see how they do with it before I decide fully. But I love the fact that it's a strawberry pattern. It is so cute. We got another pillow. We got a hand towel. Towels are always good. Oh, okay, I see what this is for. So this is a rotating hay ball. And it's got a stand on it. So this will actually come in handy for a upcoming video. I'm not going to really be using it for the guinea pigs because the holes are very small. So while it's small and is good, it means the guinea pigs can't get their heads trapped in there. They can still get their paws trapped in there. If they're trying to like spin it to get to where they want, they could end up spraining their foot or their ankle. There's the fact that it can be very restrictive, so it would be hard for them to get what they want out. But I am going to also experiment with this eventually, and I'm going to try putting just lettuce leaves in there and have it like zigzagged all around, and I'm going to observe the guinea pigs when they use it and see how they do. Could be useful for like added enrichment, but for an actual purpose of what it's meant to be for, not so much. Excuse me. We got, this is, based on the material, it's a baby towel. What are we meant for babies? So that's okay. And then we got another pillow. And we've got another fleece pad. I believe this was used in their little beds. Another towel. And then we've got, oh, ow, ow, this hurts. So we got a hanging little food bowl. This actually might come in handy. I will have to explore my options. We'll see. Even if it only gets used during like a floor time. Whenever I get guinea pigs coming into my care, if the previous owner is willing to give supplies, I tell them, bring me what you got for the most part, and I will go through it and just, determine whether it's stuff I can use or if it's stuff that I can, pass forward for another animal or whatnot. But yeah. Okay, we got oxbow pellets. Okay. None of my other pigs eat oxbow, so this is going to be specifically for them. We're getting closer to meeting the guinea pigs. So this is a box that they had created where they would kind of just stuff it with hay, and this would become sort of like their den. So again, coated box. I'm not personally going to use it for those reasons. But she included paper bags. Guinea pigs love paper bags, especially if you stuff it with hay. So that's an enrichment item, and you can put forage in it and entice them even more, so can't go wrong with that. And then she had another little box that she used with pellets, kind of like an enrichment thing. Coated, again, sorry. I know you meant well, and I know you did everything you could with what you have. But this is what my channel is about, is also educating everybody with what is what is good to use, what isn't, and reasons why. Okay, so this is all stuff to get washed. We're gonna move that to the side. So these are the little plastic shelf things that they used as beds, and they are it's a stackable storage bin that you can get at the Dollarama store here in Canada. It's funny because I have looked at these 1,000 times every time I walked into the store, and then I'd walk right past it. I'm like, nope, I don't need it. I don't need it. It's fine. But here we are, and I have it now. So what's great about these is, where is it? Can you stack them? You're supposed to be able to stack them. What? Literally just makes no sense. Okay, I see, yeah. So you can stack it like that. Now it doesn't stay the greatest, but you can stack it like that, or you can have it side by side. I'm definitely going to make use of this for something. I'm not sure what yet. It might not even be used for the guinea pigs. I might end up using it for my artwork, for all my paints and paintbrushes and stuff. But I appreciate it, and will definitely get good use. Oh my gosh, ow. As you all know, I have bad knees, so me kneeling down like this really hurts. So in this bucket, we just have the oxbow pellets. It's actually good that it's in a opaque bucket like this, because it means that the vitamin C content in there won't diminish as quickly. Now I have a cereal storage container I use to have their pellets in, and the reason that is clear is because I go through it too quick. That size that I have will be done within 2 weeks. But since they eat oxbow, which she's eating the stuff that I have right now, which is a combination of 2 completely different brands, so I might just end up mixing them all together. We'll see. I haven't decided. And in this bin, we have a lot of hay. Now, the previous owner was telling me that they recently just got this hay not long ago, and they tried a new farm or something like that. So, we'll test it out. The hay looks like good quality. That's, you know, for the most part, very green. And I'm pretty sure I do not have to worry about finding tree branches in this bin. So I usually get my hay from a local farmer. Well, not local, but fairly local. They deliver the hay to me. And back in, I want to say it was September, I had ordered like 9 bales of hay to last me until summer or until June time frame, where they get ready to do their first cutting kind of thing. Some of the bales were good, some were a little off. Not off in a bad way. Like, what I'm using now for the herd is not the best quality, but it is hay. They have been eating it. They're not being picky, so that's great. My boys, on the other hand, have been very, very selective and picky, so for them, I have to get store-bought hay. But now that we have more hay here, and there's another box of hay which I left downstairs because I didn't feel like carrying it up. But we are going to try this hay with the boys as well, because we are going to make use of it. And yeah, so that is this bin here, which is great, because I don't have to bring up one from the basement. This can actually go make it into the basement, which means I can put my dirty stuff in here for now. Well, not dirty stuff, but like stuff to wash, because I always wash it ahead of time, like before I use it. And this way it also guarantees that if I end up using some of this stuff for my other piggies, that it all has the same scent. So it just makes that easier. And then, okay, we've already done that. So in this bin we have some paper shavings with a handmade scoop, which is cool. Now, I haven't used paper shavings in like 4 and a bit years. Last time I used paper shavings was when Lucy and Savannah were 2 weeks old when I first got them, and they were living in just a rabbit cage. So that's like a whole other story, but that's okay. We're going to make use of that. Not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but we're going to make use of it. I've got time. Okay, so that is hay. That can go under there. I can organize this after. And then we have a giant bag over here of paper bedding as well. So we are definitely going to use the paper bedding, whether it's during floor time with a handmade litter box, or whether I go to my grocery store this week and grab empty cases of boxes of pop or whatever, and then just pile the shavings in there and let them have a hay area. That way we'll figure it out. We'll make use of it. My knees are killing me. I gotta, oh gosh. I'm okay. I will be okay. Oh, gosh, ow, 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 ow. Okay. I'm gonna just raise that up more. I will check the comments shortly. I need a, ooh, ow, stretch out. And then, so this right here is what they had the guinea pigs in when they brought them over. They had a disposable pee pad in there, which I already threw out. And they had the fleece blankets on top to keep them warm, because as you know, I live in Canada and it's, you know, it's cold. Not as cold as it was about a week ago, but it's still cold. And then this is the little, this is actually a bird feeder or water or seed dish, but this is what they were using for water. It just kind of hangs on the cage. Again, I can probably use this during like floor time or something, because there's a lot of like electric stuff around here. So if I do floor time, I'm gonna have to bring up some grids and actually set up a playpen. But yeah. So this is gonna probably make its way to the basement because I don't have use for it up here, I don't think. I might just stuff it in my closet for the night, we'll see. I know, you're anxiously waiting to meet these guinea pigs. Okay, I'm gonna, well, you know what? I'm just gonna pick them up. I'm not gonna like it, but I'm gonna pick them up. You know what? My hands are dusty, let me wash my hands first. Okay. Okay. We're definitely going to come up with another system for the hay, because we need to maximize that space, but it's okay. You got pooped in your water bowl? Seriously? And that's very stringy-like. One of you is not eating enough fiber. So that's the reason I don't use water bowls. Because they poop in it. Okay. Come here, babe. Okay, it's okay. You peed on me earlier, so we're going to just put a keypad over here. So this little girl I have named Georgia. She kind of has like dark ruby eyes, but not really. I think it's because of the lighting. If we turn the ring light off, I can't tell if she's got red eyes as well or not. But yeah, this is Georgia. Now, the previous owner told me their birth dates and I wrote them down, but I don't remember off the top of my head. So I will have to just post that information at a later time. I don't remember off the top of my head. Again, it's written down. I don't remember her previous name. It's written down on my weight recording sheets. So they had their nails trimmed already from the previous owner. Their last bath was in November, so they're going to be due within the next couple of weeks. I might do it this week, just as the prevention. I always do an antifungal bath. What else can I tell you? I did clean their ears earlier, which they actually were dirty. When they dropped the guinea pigs off, they came upstairs to take a look around and everything as well. And I did a quick little look over. Okay, she's getting antsy. Let me put her back. But I did a quick little once over, checked her ears quickly, which, as you know, the lighting in my room is terrible. So I didn't actually see that it needed to be cleaned. But when I was doing the weight checks and everything, normally I do my girls and then I go to the boys. But since we have 2 new girls, I did them as well. And I decided to give the other guinea pig a little haircut trim, because you will see in a moment why. And so when I did that, I decided, okay, I'm going to bring this one into the bathroom and check her ears, because my bathroom has like optimum lighting. So that's what I did. And yeah, you want to meet the other guinea pig. I know. Let's do it. What? Yes, I did ivermectin. Don't worry, Mickey. However, I do need to get a new bottle from them because mine actually is expired. So I don't know how good it is. Like, it'll still do the trick, but it's not going to be as active, so to speak. No, you didn't pee on me, but we're just not going to chance it. Okay. So, this is Ginny, named after the 2 main characters from the show, Ginny and Georgia. She is a Peruvian, and she is a red-eyed baby. Now, her previous name, I believe, was like Gazelle or Gazelle. I'm terrible at remembering how to pronounce things. But basically, from where they're typically from, this guinea pig reminded that family of like a marshmallow type thing. So that's why. And apparently she is the older out of the 2. No, not Giselle. Like I said, I have it written down downstairs, and I meant to bring the book up and I forgot. But yeah, so this is Ginny in Georgia. And she got her fur trimmed today because, again, Peruvian. And yeah, I've got experience with a long-haired piggy with Mocha being a Shiba, being like she's a Peruvian and Abyssinian mix. So now I actually have a full-on Peruvian. At least I'm assuming she's a Peruvian. She could be a Sheltie. I have to kind of do a little bit more research on it. But yeah, she got her fur trimmed. Now, she does have a little white something right above her nose. I'm not sure if it's like a scab of some sort or if it's the start of something fungal or what it is, but I don't see it there really anymore, I don't think. But that's another reason why I want to do the antifungal bath soon as a prevention. Now, she is only 920 grams, so she's not exactly at the weight that I would like her to be at, but she is at a healthy weight. And so I'm going to put you back. Hold on. There you go. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to turn the ring light off and unplug that. And I'm going to bring you guys a little bit closer over here so you can kind of watch the new girls a bit. And what am I going to do here? I have no idea. Okay, I do know what I'm going to do. I am going to go and bring whatever needs to go downstairs, back downstairs. I am going to go for a quick smoke. Don't smoke, it's bad for you. It's very addictive. But yeah, I'm going to go for a quick one. And then I will be back. And then, yeah, and then we'll chat some more. So for now, just kind of enjoy them. Is this a good angle? Like, I don't know if you can see everyone. Hang on. I don't feel like I'm trying to unplug and replug everything in different spots. So we're going to have to do it without the lighting. I'm going to try and maybe... Whoa. No, not. Just a little bit. Seriously? Okay, there. So yeah, I will be back in a few minutes. So the boys had this in their cages, but neither boy was really chewing on it, so I decided to give it to these girls. And I might actually end up using the hay bag that came with them until I can maybe get another. I want to get another one of my favorite wooden hay racks that could just hang there kind of thing. Because I want to be able to like have their space maximized so that they have room to run around. But for now, this will do. And I have it in the middle just so that they can kind of move around it. But yeah, I'll be back. Oh my god. Okay. I can stay here. Go there. Excuse me. Okay, yeah. I don't remember what I was doing. going outside for my fresh air, I might as well bring the recycling outside at the same time. Well, Ginny, looks like you've already cleaned that food bowl because your feet are inside of it. I got their urinary support tabs in. I just gave the boys theirs. And I've also got guinea pig on right here that I need to quickly put away. Not a lot, but a little bit. And then I gotta catch up on comments. Oh, ow. You'll get used to my noises, don't worry. Everybody wants one, so technically I got these specifically for Ginger, but I will break these in half for everybody else. We'll put one for you there. That one. Good girl. Ginger, you get a full tab. Mocha. Tokyo. Ramona. Savannah. Casper. There you go. I'll get that. I'll put that half in there. There. Okay. Now I'm gonna get back on my knees, as horrible as that's gonna be. And I'm going to, gonna raise that higher so I can check out the comments while I'm standing up. Okay. Scroll, scroll, scroll. I mentioned it to you about a month ago when I was supposed to get them. But then I fell ill, and then I told the people I couldn't take them at the time because if I'm sick with the flu and I could barely keep up with what I'm doing, which is, it's a good thing I postponed taking them in, because when I was sick with the flu, I basically slept the first 36 hours straight. I got up, cleaned cages, fed hay, and did the very, very basic of basic maintenance for them. And then I slept and slept and slept. But so now I am up to 12 guinea pigs. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12. Oh. Oh, Ginny and Georgia is one of your favorite shows too? I didn't know that, Mickey. That's awesome. It's one of my faves too. Oh, Michael Taylor's in. Welcome. I don't know if you're still here, but hi. Okay, let's not make mistakes on this. Okay. All right, there's too many to go through, so I'm just gonna go down to the bottom there. You and I are like competing as far as number of guinea pigs go. No, I'm not competing. I am honestly, truly not competing. I promise that. Let's make sure these connectors are on. I had them zip tied just in case, but let's make sure they're on. Yeah, I am not competing whatsoever. As you can see, before I started the live, I quickly organized my closet. I cleared out what was down below on the floor so that I can make space for whatever I have here. Oh, you're still here? Was on about 10 minutes ago. Yeah, I took a little break. A break. I had some stuff that I had to bring out to the trash anyways because tomorrow's garbage day. Why do I have a sticker on my thumb? I knew something felt weird. But yeah, I went outside for fresh air, put out more recycling, more garbage, and all that fun stuff. Because I don't do early mornings, and I never know when the garbage people are coming throughout the day, so I just put it out the night before. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I don't know if I told you this, Brooke, but like lately I've been taking things very literal, and I don't know why. So when it comes to like through text or whatever, you gotta sometimes be, how do I put it? You gotta stupefy it for me. Otherwise, I literally like will take it literal. But yeah, okay, we need to finish putting some of this stuff away. It's over here. But yeah, so I may try this as a self-waterer for them if they drink from a bowl versus a bottle. And because it's a higher edge, maybe it'll keep the poop out of it. I don't know, I've never used one of these before. But I'm going to be washing all of this stuff. So I'm just going to put it in the bathroom for now because I'm going to wash it up here. Not right now, but like later. Okay, let's peel this. Okay, so these are the two little. Okay, now I see. So yeah, the two little chew toy things that came in that package, they're going directly in the garbage because they are loofah material. I've done a video a few years back about loofah, especially colored one. I don't know what kind of dyes they used, if it was like an actual dye or if it was a food-based dye. And because I don't know, and this is not the actual package for it, I don't believe, I can't chance that. Okay, now let's fight with this string thing so I can see how big this tunnel is. Okay, we got that side done. Okay. So it's a crinkly tunnel with three-way entry. That can be used during floor time. Because of the plastic material, it's easy to wash. I might give that a rinse off as well. And because I have this one now, no. This one is plenty big and good. I'd gotten this one, I believe, with Marley and Cappy when I had them. This one is too small for most of my pigs because most of my pigs are big. So I might add this to the pile of stuff that I have downstairs that I was trying to do a raffle for that nobody bothered to participate in. And I might just donate it to my local thrift store next time I go there. Because I don't like storing stuff that I don't use. But I kept that around just in case. But I also have another tunnel. It's a carrot tunnel that came with the piggy box. And that's in my bin somewhere around here. Or no, it might be in the drawer, down the bottom drawer. But, yeah. So we're gonna get rid of that one. We're gonna okay. We're gonna close this one back up for now since it's not being in use. And because it sounds like a bag, they think it's a treat for them. So I definitely do not have a shortage of tunnels. So we're going to put that one in here. You know what else they can have? They can have a toilet paper tube to munch on. You know what? I'm going to stuff that with the hay that came with their stuff. Homemade toys, guinea pigs love it. They can have one down at that end. And we'll give one to the other cage. There. Okay, we've got lots of food. Apparently I've got a small mess over there. Nothing's perfect, it's fine. Okay. So we got that. Our trays can go in this thing. And then we're gonna move this bag of paper bedding down there. think I have an idea of what I might start doing. Not today, but maybe tomorrow. I'll let you know what I plan on doing. So I've got these travel carriers that came with Marley and Cappy. They're just sitting here kind of collecting dust, so I gotta obviously clean it out. But I'm gonna use the bottom half of this as a litter box. And since I got a ton of paper bedding now, we're gonna use paper bedding. And I'm gonna use one in the cage for the herd. And put that as like a little hay area. And I might try it with lavender and lavender winter and see how they do with that. And then theoretically I can use the top half of this as a hide, but I'm not going to because I don't want them chewing it apart, but we'll see. I say that now and I might not even end up doing that. That is my plan. And we'll use that paper bag tomorrow for someone. And this is the bin of fluff, or paper bedding. That can go in there. That can go right there. So, I did have this tunnel. I had this tunnel in their cage initially when I first got them. But then every time I have this cage set up, it reminds me how small it really actually is. So I took it out. And yeah, we're going to try and do what we can to maximize space, but still give them the shelter they need. So that tunnel's got to be washed because Georgia pee-peed in it. And this can go up top over here. So far what it seems is that they don't like the farm hay, but they like the hay that came with them. So that is fine. Hi, Penguin Maria. Michael says, the toilet roll tubes, remember if the toilet roll is scented. I don't use scented toilet paper. I never buy scented toilet paper. I never found the need or the want to do that. But it gave me a quick video idea. I've got to add it to my list of billions of videos to frickin' do. But I did say this was going to be the year that I work extra hard to pump out the videos and get those watch hours up. The watch hours won't go increasing if I don't pump out those videos. So, a lot of the videos might not be the most high quality editing. Like the video I posted out yesterday, I believe it was, or maybe the day before. The one where I helped rescue the guinea pig. But, yeah, most of my videos are going to be just raw, natural. It might be me cage cleaning and doing voiceovers, or it might be the rare floor time. I got plenty of floor space to do a floor time. It's just setting up grids and knowing what to block off or whatever. Like, it'll probably be easier to do it in summertime, to be honest, for floor times. Because I can easily wrap up the cord for the vacuum and unplug my power bar. That's not an issue. Just in summertime, I won't have the humidifier going. And the air purifier, I can easily just section off. The tripod usually is plugged in with the light going on so that I can just, plug into any of the closer plugs to where I'm going to be sitting. So it's not a big deal, but I am going to arrange a floor time sometime this week, hopefully with Ginny and Georgia. I got plenty of cool hides and stuff for them to explore because as you can see, they're using the very bare minimum of 8 square feet. So they are going to definitely need more space to work with for exercise and stuff. And I mean, there is a possibility if I can get myself another 4-foot table, then what I can theoretically do is move Lavender and Winter's cage back to this wall here, move the Herd's cage back to the end of that wall there, and then set up the L shape back in that corner where Marley and Cappy used to be, and I can set up the other Amazon Basics cage, and then they would have 16 square feet. So that is an idea that I could do, but I like to have a 4-foot table. Like right now I have one right there, and you're probably thinking, well, then just use that. But if I do that, then I lose my table for doing my health checks. And I've come to the conclusion over the past 2 years of being here in this house that having a table, even if I have to fold it up and store it away when it's not in use, having a table to do their health checks, nail trims, weight checks in here makes it go just that much quicker. Rather than having to bring each guinea pig to the bathroom and then back in here, chase the next guinea pig, and then back to the bathroom, that just takes too much time. So I'm trying to make things easier on me. Just says, same here, my daughter would get bad rashes from scented laundry detergent when she was a baby. I learned that when she would go to her dad's house. Ah, okay. See, I have my scale, so I've got 2 scales. I've got the one I very first got when I started with the guinea pigs. That is now kept in my kitchen drawer as a backup. And then I have another scale that you've seen me use more recently in the past year and a bit, which was gifted to me by Daniel from Guinea Pig Facts. I've been using that, and I keep that on my bookshelf downstairs, and that's a shadow. I'm going crazy. I bring that up when I need to use it and then make my way down to weigh the boys. So I don't keep it necessarily out, but it's in a spot and I know where it is. I could see it. It's visible. But yeah, so there are options on what I can do to increase their cage space if I need to, but for now they're in the 8 square feet. Daniel is splendidly fantastic. He is an amazing channel. For those who haven't heard of Guinea Pig Facts, I really recommend you check them out. Donna's on a live chat now, so I'm probably going to end my live stream very, very shortly because I'd like to pop over on hers and support her channel as well. And I'm really thirsty. I have my water here, actually. Hydrate, everybody. So now, I have to figure out, do I want to do a new name sign with Ginny and Georgia's name? Or do I want to add it on to the existing name sign? Opinions, should I add Ginny and Georgia's name onto here, remove the stickers, or should I just create a new sign? Ramona and Casper have their own sign. Ah, look at that, I'm already decorated for Valentine's Day, it's a heart. And then I still need Donna to let me know what she wants on her name sign. But that'll be in due time. We'll figure that out. Okay, so y'all think separate sign. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. So I like having the name signs, one, because if I ever do have someone coming in to pet sit, they can see how many names are on the signs and they'll know how many pigs there are supposed to be. I made that mistake 2 years ago when I went on vacation to Niagara Falls for just I think it was 3 or 4 days that I went. And there was like 1 or 2 pigs that had passed away, but I forgot to remove their name from the sign. And when my pet sitter came to check on the pigs, feed them, and all that stuff, he had his 2 oldest sons, who are 14, come and help out because he used to live just next door. And so he was like counting, okay, 1, 2, 3, and he was counting. He was looking for 14 pigs, but only counted 12. And so they were freaking out at first, but they didn't want to disturb me on vacation unless it was like a real emergency. And then I told them that I completely forgot to like let them know that, so many had passed away, there's only this many pigs, blah 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 kind of thing. So that's another reason why I like having the names up, and just because, for aesthetics, it's cute. Tokyo just popcorned. My 6-year-old just popcorned. So Ginny is definitely doing well so far, acclimating well. She's been eating her pellets. She's been eating the hay. She ate some of the veggies. There's still a green and yellow pepper in there. I gave them options on the peppers because I didn't know what color they preferred. So far the yellow and the green is still there, but that's okay. We've seen Georgia moving about a little bit, but she's more quiet and reserved, it seems. It might take a day or so for her to acclimate, and that's perfectly fine. And I do see poops in the cage, so I do know that they are eating. For the best care of an eyeless guinea pig that is 9 years old, what do you do to make them comfortable? You mean they had their guinea pig surgically removed, or just that like they're blind? Either way, for situations like that, whether they're blind or whether they had an eye removed, I would have their cage setup stay the same all the time. Do not change the layout or anything. Because guinea pigs can navigate through smell and texture. They use their whiskers to feel around. So as long as you keep your cage space the same layout, like you can obviously switch up the hides from, like, let's say a wooden hide to a fleece hide or something. But I would definitely try and keep the layout for the most part the same. I know quite a bit of other content creators that have had blind guinea pigs, or they think their guinea pig is blind, whichever, and they thrive really well. So definitely keep their cage space the same, like food bowl in the same spot, water dish or bowl in the same spot. You might have to help the guinea pig navigate where the water is, perhaps, but as far as like the hay goes, I would just either have like maybe one fleece pea pad or bath mat, or if you're using disposable, that's fine, but just have like an open pile of hay for access. You might, like, some people might think it's wasting the hay if they have to throw out a ton. I emptied my garbage can here this morning, and then fresh bag in there, and then I finished cleaning the herd's cage, and it's already half full again. Because what I've been doing is, in the morning, I fill up the snack shack stuffed with hay, and then I give them a little pile as well. They also have another little enrichment hay rack on this end of the cage, so they have plenty of hay that they can access. But at nighttime, when I go to refill the snack shack of hay, I don't refill it. I actually just empty it out and then add another little pile in. So while I've been kind of wasting a lot of hay, I've also not been wasting hay because it's enrichment. It's enrichment for them. And it also means I can sort of go through some of the not so good quality of the farm hay quicker. Now I do have, I think, 4 bales still left downstairs, plus 2 giant tote bins of hay. Excuse me. So not all of the bales I got were bad quality, just some of them were not the best quality. And that's bound to happen when you get it from a farm. Okay, my legs are really killing me, I'm not gonna lie. So I am going to put my tripod back, and I'm just gonna take you guys downstairs so that I can actually sit down and we can just kind of hang out where you can just see me chilling for a few. Like I said, I'd like to go pop onto Donna's live, but I also haven't done many lives like this where we just get to hang out, so I want to keep this going as much as I can too. Plus, these girls need some quiet time. They don't need me talking 24/7. I feel better that, oh, I gotta show you Mocha. Look at that little foot splooted. She's splooted. You tell me I don't have happy pigs living on fleece. Kirsten will know exactly what I'm talking about with that line. Hey, Kirsten? My guinea pigs are unhappy. They live on fleece. They're gonna die! Oh my gosh! Jess, I'll have to fill you in with that after. I don't know. Jess, are you a member of Cozy Cavi on Facebook? Like, look how happy these girls are. Okay. Deal with that later. This can go downstairs. My legs really, really hurt. Oh my gosh. I should, whatever. I should, whatever. I can't make up my mind what I want to do. Oh gosh. Ow, ow, ow. I can go there for now. Hang on, I gotta set up the little tripod here for a moment. Yeah, for now, I will just leave that as if you know, you know. But, yeah, I can fill anyone in after if you want. That's okay, Jess. I'll forgive you this time. Only this time. Oh, frig me. Is check on you. Okay, well, you ate a little bit more of your cilantro. I feel better about that. You got a couple of poops. You probably have some poops in this hay pile, don't you? I don't know. If you don't end up using that hay bag, I might give that to the girls upstairs. Come here. YouTube wants to say hi. You might just end up becoming the new channel mascot. This is Bowser, for those who don't know. Boop. I'm sorry, I smell like girls, I know. We should do a board clean tonight. Oh, thank you for that little pee-pee drop. I did not want that on my hand. Here, we're gonna put a toilet paper there just in case. He's Ginger just like my Ginger. Literally, Ginger upstairs. Brooke says, I'll tell you in 2 because I have some info on the same. Okay, yeah. One thing about getting the grandma pig is that she will pass from stress when... What's it? What? Hey, Ron. You missed it. I introduced some new piggies before. You'll have to rewatch the live after. Excuse me. Yeah, Dragon, I'm not too sure what you mean by that. What's the best way to get her here? Well, I'm not sure where here is. Are you talking about the guinea pig that you're supposed to be taking in? The one with no eyes? But if you're looking for like tips on how to transport a piggy from one location to the next, I would definitely say using a travel carrier. Let me put him back and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And then it's Mateo's turn. Introducing my 11-year-old travel carrier that used to belong to my cat. My cat's not dead. I rehomed him a few years ago to my best friend, who I still get to see very frequent. So I still get to see Phoenix. But I would definitely recommend a hard shell carrier. This is what I prefer using because it allows plenty of space so they can turn around, move around. You can possibly even put a fleece hide in there so that they can stay warmer if you're in a area that has colder temperature. I would lay down either about 1.5 inches or so of wood shavings or a fleece pea pad. Don't use disposable puppy pads. They can be toxic if ingested, and especially in a carrier, when they're scared, you can't control what they eat or don't eat. So I would use either a fleece pea pad or some wood shavings. If paper shavings is all you have, then that will suffice, but I personally don't usually use them. I'm going to use them because I have them now, but otherwise I don't. But let me demonstrate how I would do it. Okay. So I would take like a bath mat or something, and I would place it in there, fold it in half, fits perfectly, which gives it maximum absorbency. We're going to pretend this is just a normal fleece hide. So we put that in there kind of thing if you want. You don't have to use a hide, but it gives them extra security. And then you would put just a large handful of hay. And depending on how far you're traveling with your guinea pig, if you have to go like, let's say, an hour or two, I would attach a water bottle, but also have some like watery veg on hand. So like cucumbers, maybe if it's summertime, then, you know, maybe some pieces of watermelon, just to make sure that they stay hydrated. If it's only for a couple of minutes, then I wouldn't worry too much. Just have like some cucumbers kind of thing to keep them hydrated, maybe some lettuce. And I would not feed them or have a water bottle attached when the vehicle is moving. But if let's say you make a little pit stop to check on them, you can attach a water bottle. I usually always put a water bottle anyways, but my water bottles that I use for traveling don't leak at all. And I always have the carrier like in the back seat usually, and I will put the seatbelt around the carrier to keep it secure from being able to move kind of thing. So that is what I do. Sometimes I will have the carrier right in the front seat with me just because I am more paranoid and I'd like to keep an eye on them very closely. If you're going to keep a carrier in the front seat of a vehicle, make sure your heat or your air conditioning is not too high because you don't want them to get too hot or too cold. Oh, God. This is how much I love you guys. I keep going on my knees for you. Keep going on my knees. And they hurt. And so I'll quickly show you as well. So this is the other box of hay that came with Guinea in Georgia. I'm not going to pull this out of the box. I don't know if it's tied with a cord, but there's 3 mini bales in there. I believe this is a 9-pound box. So I purposely kept this one down here so that I have extra hay for the boys down here. Okay. That is good enough. I'm just going to pick up there. You're going to end up eating it anyway. I know you. I know you, Bowsy. Another thing I want to try at some point with the girls is stacking cups. I want to get more stacking cups so I can have the girls playing with them too. Right now I interchange them mostly with the boys, but the girls don't really know how to use it, but the new girls might. Ginny and Georgia might. Okay, whoa. You know what? Hang on. I have my computer right here. I could just read the comments more easily like that. That way you can watch the boys at the same time. Nobody wants to see my face. The boys are cuter. Oh, wait. No, we have to have a cuddle session with Mateo. I forgot. Come here, Mateo. It's your turn to have cuddles. Look. Come here, silly boy. You know when you go into a corner like that, it makes it so much easier for me to pick you up. Quit fighting. YouTube wants to see you. Okay, let me scroll up then and see the comments. Has 2 very senior girls that she took in and they did just fine. Well, no, my very senior girls that I took in was Marley and Cappy. I don't have them anymore. They passed away. But yeah, they did just fine. Okay, so she's about 30 minutes away and you don't want to get stressed. Yes, if you have CBD. Comes in a box like this. You can get it from the LA Guinea Pig Rescue website if you haven't already. If you live in the US, it's going to be much cheaper than what I paid. I'm in Canada, so I ended up paying $100 with shipping, but damn well worth it. I've used this on my girls and mostly on the boys lately, and it really, really does help. It helps to calm them down if they're stressed out. It helps with any kind of pain from arthritis. And what's great about this is it's just a little pump. So I'll kind of show you how I apply it. So I keep my pump turned on all the time, so it's just easier. I don't forget and then wonder why it's not working. You just take that, put a little pump on your finger, just like that much, and you just kind of rub it on their ears. And if you get some of it on the inside of the ear, it's not a big deal. Just make sure it's fully rubbed in so that it absorbs into their bloodstream. And it usually only takes 5, maybe 10 minutes most times for it to start working. Some of you have wondered if the CBD contains any THC, which I have researched that. Someone a few weeks ago on Saska's Live was asking about that. And I went directly onto Mary's website, and it contains 0.3% THC. So very, very minimal amount. After you apply it, you're going to want to like wash your hands. But yeah, Mary's CBD, it's an amazing product. Highly recommended. Even if you don't have guinea pigs that are in pain, it's good for cats and dogs as well. Probably other animals too, but not sure how much. If you were to use it for, like, let's say a hamster or a gerbil or something, I would use like an even tinier amount, which means it'll last you that much longer. It's okay, Dragonflower. It's normal to be nervous when you're getting new animals, especially when you have to be the one to go pick them up. I've lucked out that all of my guinea pigs that I have been transported to me, other than Lucy and Savannah, which Lucy passed away January last year. But Lucy and Savannah, I went out to pick them up here in town. It was summertime. It wasn't too hot. It wasn't too cold. It was just the right temperature. It was perfect. At that point, I didn't even think about how I'm going to transport them back. I just was excited to get guinea pigs. So there I was on the bus going to the location and realized, I'm like, wait a minute. How am I going to get them back home? I don't want them just on a box. I don't want to just carry them in my hand because they could be squirmy like like this boy. And of course, because they were 2 weeks old at the time, meant that they were the size of my palm, like not the whole hand, but just, the palm. So they were very squirmy and all that. So I ended up getting off the bus at my local pet store that is on the way. Spent $25 on getting a small little travel carrier, which for a 2-week-old guinea pig, it was perfect size. And yeah, that's how I got home. Thankfully, it wasn't a long bus ride either. It was only like 10, 15 minutes max. So it worked out good. But you definitely want to be prepared and all that. It's hard to type here sometimes, and I'm on the verge of not being able to see the text without glasses. Oh boy. You might want to get that checked out. Brooke, I thought you said that your vet office was farther away than that. That's a big sacrifice for us. I totally get it. Oh, yeah. For me, it doesn't help. It's the knees. It's the back. I'm only going to be 42 this year, but yet getting, like, I'm falling apart. Nope, let's not do that. Hi, hamster lover. This cough just won't seem to go away, though. Okay, question. My piggies is keep. Oops, half a sentence, haha, okay. Your piggy is laying in one place. She's going into her litter box, etc., and walking about. Her belly feels a little bit hard. I gave her the bloating stuff and massaged her. Okay, well, I'm confused how that's a question. If you're worried about your... Okay, let me put him back. I'll get warmed up. Okay. So, if you have a guinea pig that is... Sorry, I'm trying to keep everything organized so I don't lose shit. Lose stuff. If you have a guinea pig that you think might be bloated, there's several things that will indicate that it could be bloat. Now, bloat is just a symptom of something else, and so you still got to figure out what would be causing it. But a temporary relief would be offering some baby gas drops. This is the brand I use. Oval, yeah. Anyway, basically it's a simethicone. I'm trying to say. It basically helps relieve any symptoms of excess gas that's associated with colic for babies. Guinea pigs don't experience colic. But I used to give only like zero point 0.1 or 0.2 mils of the baby gas drops, and then I realized that that was not enough, and that's why it wasn't helping my guinea pigs at the time that had bloat. So what I do now, if I have to use it, is I actually give 0.5 mils. So that's half of the syringe, basically. Now, that's not going to necessarily be the only way to help relieve the guinea pig if they're bloated. What I tend to do is I'll place them on a heating pad for, a couple of minutes. Now, I don't have an actual pet heating pad for any of them. I've been using my over-the-shoulder heating pad, so I'll place a towel on top of it because I don't want them peeing on it. And I'll place them on it for a couple of minutes. I will gently massage their belly underneath one direction from the top, like near their head area, not near the head, but like that direction. And I would just gently rub downward because you want that gas to move downward so that they can expel it. Now, they might expel that gas by having a little bout of diarrhea or mushy poop, or they might fart. It might not be a loud fart that you'll notice it. You probably won't smell it, but you might hear it, or you might hear just like a puff of air kind of thing. Not all guinea pigs will expel the gas that way. Sometimes it'll take longer. Sometimes it'll happen when you're not really holding them, but that is another way to help them. The main thing you want to make sure is that they are still eating and still drinking. If they go off of their food, then you're going to want to try and give them the critical care emergency food, and don't force it. If they only take 2 mils worth of critical care, then that's all. But at that point, you want to contact your vet. A savvy exotics vet at that. Because what that potentially could mean is if they're not eating their hay, it means their body could potentially be going into GI stasis, and that could be a fatal thing for guinea pigs. I experienced that quite a bit with several of my guinea pigs. If you've been following my channel for quite a while, you'll know my very first set of boars were Andre and Bruno. Andre was prone to bloat, and I never understood why, but I never knew a whole lot on his background either. So after I think it was not even a full month of having Andre, he almost died. Like, I noticed he was very hunched in like a curve, like his back was kind of curved, and he looked like he was in pain. I knew something wasn't right. And his fur was kind of standing up, kind of like hair that's staticky. That's kind of what it might look like. And he wasn't eating any. His poops were not normal poops at all. They were very small, and they looked like they were attached to like string. You don't want to see those kind of poops. That means they're not eating, or they're not getting enough. Good boy, Bowser. Oh, that makes me so happy to see you eating your hay. So those are some things that you can do to help treat bloat. Not all cases of bloat are bad. Not all cases are going to be an emergency that you have to go to a vet to handle. But if you are not comfortable with doing it at home, or you don't know what you're doing, then absolutely schedule an emergency vet appointment. Oh, okay, your emergency vet is 2 hours away. Gotcha. Jess has a pair of glasses, but she's stubborn. I'm stubborn too, but guess what? If I don't wear my glasses, I'm not going to be able to even see the phone to set up a live stream. I won't be able to see what I'm doing to clean a cage, let alone navigate my house. Without my glasses, I am blind as a bat, but my glasses are dirty. I can't even see where the cleaning stuff is. Okay, you need to get more sleep before work. No worries, Brooke. She's kind of staying in one place more than usual. You gave her... See, gripe water is fine. That's a form of simethicone. Okay, so if you're not sure if it's actually bloat, but she's acting out of her normal behavior, then I would schedule an appointment with your vet, and I would get them to do a health check on her. Or him. I mean, a lot of times people don't want to bring their guinea pigs to a vet because, you know, their saying is, oh, they're just a rodent. Well, no, I can't do that. Oh, I caught myself doing that. They are not just another rodent. They are living beings that deserve proper care and vet treatment. I understand not everyone has the resource, the money, or the transportation to get to a vet. In that case, fundraise to earn the money. Offer to do more if you're you know, an older child, teenager, whatever, and you don't have a job. Offer to do more chores at home so that you can earn the money from your parents. Find a way to fundraise and get the funds. Utilize an online vet at the bare minimum, just to get a professional opinion. Now, I realize with like an online vet such as Vetster, not every state in the U.S. will allow prescribing medications. So for situations like that, or people in a state that doesn't allow that, it would be somewhat pointless for you. But I'd rather pay, let's say, $55 for an online vet appointment to talk to a medical professional and get a professional opinion as to whether they think the pet needs to be seen in person, or if there's things at home that they recommend doing that you don't already know about, versus watching the animal suffer and not doing something about it. With critical care, do I make it watery or thick? I did a video in the shorts, I think it's in the short tab, of how I make critical care. Go look that up after. You want it to be kind of like an applesauce consistency. Not too watery, not too thick. Because if it's too watery, what's going to happen is if you accidentally push too much into their mouth, they can aspirate and die. You want it to be thick, like you want it to be watery enough that it'll slurp up into the syringe with ease, but you want it to be thick enough that they still have to do the motions of chewing, which will help keep their teeth ground down. Mason's Cavies has one like that too. I think it's Savannah. I don't remember which guinea pig is Savannah from Mason's Cavies, because I have a Savannah too. If you are using a syringe to give the critical care, it will have to be watery. Yes and no. Yes and no. Because, like I said, I did a video clip on how I make my critical care, and mine is not that watery. It's got enough water, but then again, here's the thing. I highly recommend using this one. This is the fine grind, and it's a natural papaya flavor. So I would do 1 scoop of this to 2 scoops of water, and that would be plenty. Now, if you're using the one that comes in the green and silver package, that is just the regular version of it. And then you would want to add a little bit of extra water, and then you would want to cut off the tip of the syringe, which over on Brooke's channel, she did a video talking about how she makes it, because she uses the original Oxbow Critical Care. There's plenty of videos on multiple platforms that will give you the information you need. Just go into the search bar and type in how to make critical care for guinea pigs. You will schedule one today, but normally it takes a week or 2 to get an appointment. Yeah, check the guinea pig's weight as well. If they lose a lot of weight, that is wrong. Why? Weird. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, kind of like a baby food paste, I guess. Yeah. Well, the roan colored one that looks like my Chloe is Savannah. Girl, Sophie and Mark have like 143 guinea pigs. Do you think I'm gonna remember? If you can find a picture, send it to me, and then it might jog my memory. Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't always watch Mason's KV's content. I try to keep up with a little bit here and there, but between trying to up the amount of videos that I post on my channel and with increasing the amount of content I'm posting over on my Fitz as Guinea Vision Facebook page and all that, I don't have a lot of time to keep up with everyone else's stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, I try to get the fine grind anytime I'm able to because it's just that much easier. The last package of critical care I had when I was trying to syringe feed Mario, whatever. I had the green package one, and I was fighting with the syringes and the critical care. No matter how much water I would get, it would just still re-thicken, and it was so frustrating. So that's why I got the fine grind one this time around, and I love it. Yeah, I don't even know who Cotton is. The only one that I can vaguely remember is when she had the guinea pig Lavender. I don't remember what color fur it was, but I was in love with the name and I was in love with the guinea pig. But she's got a lot of guinea pigs now that are great and I'm obsessed with. But you know what? I have my own piggies upstairs to be obsessed with. I've got a red-eyed girl, like full-on red-eyed. Like my Lavender is a dark, dark ruby red eyes, but you can't see it as extravagant. This one, oh, you can definitely see it, which is kind of good actually where the location of their enclosure is. It's not too close to the lighting, so it'll be less harmful on her eyes. Yes, red eyes do rock. And if I wasn't worried about getting a copyright strike, I would totally put on his song right now. If you have a blender, you could try putting it in the blender to grind it up more. Or if you have a coffee grinder, as long as there's no coffee in there and it's clean, you can try and use a coffee grinder to grind up the critical care even more to make it more of a fine powder. But yeah, so I will be working on lots of videos this upcoming week. There's some of the stuff that came with the girls today that I want to record a video on why it's not good to use it, but what you can try and use it for under supervision kind of thing. And then I need to continue following up with Serenity Guinea Pig Rescue to find out more updates on how Chance is doing, because I want to record a video with his glow up and how he's doing over the next week or two. He's got a vet appointment scheduled next week is what Sarah told me, so that works out good. But yeah, I'm going to post an update on how Chance is doing because I did say that I wanted to do a fundraiser on behalf of the rescue to raise money for her. I left all her information on that post and video, as well as people could choose to, PayPal the donations to me and I'd forward it to her. So, yeah, lots of work to do. Lots and lots and lots and lots of work. With that being said, for some reason my live is saying that it's only been going for 7 minutes, but it's been going for almost 2 hours, actually. So, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, because my throat is really dry and I don't need to just keep coughing on the stream. I think I might make some soup or something. I'm hungry, but I don't want anything like starchy. You often have a dry setting for like nuts and what? I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, okay, food processors. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thank you all for watching. You guys are amazing. And for those who have me on Facebook, feel free to message me and we'll continue chatting. And for those of you who don't, feel free to just share the live stream. Don't forget to click that thumbs up. And yeah, we'll talk soon.